Hello, my name is Florence Jongo. I'm the program officer for the Community Education Program, a program under Response Network, which is responsible for the self-help facilitation. We call it the core business of the organization because it is the forerunner of all the programs. The Community Education Program is in charge of conducting awareness on the self-help approach in the communities, that they can use the available materials within their locality. Our target group is the rural communities, which is especially the women, children, persons with disability, and the entire community. We motivate the communities to identify their challenges and go ahead to solve them by using their available resources. Communities have various available resources. One community may not have the same resources as the other communities. The communities can identify resources or materials that need to be recycled. So we promote initiative among communities so that they can be self-independent and not rely on others to come and solve their challenges. In doing so, we have 16 manuals that give a guide on how they can work together in the community as groups to fight a common cause. We have manuals that are printed by Response Network, which are available on our website, and we call these manuals the step-by-step manuals. The first that was published was let's start our own community schools. You may realize that all the manuals that we have start by saying let's start our own, because the things that people start is going to be their own. They have ownership of whatever project that they start because it is addressing their challenges. It is their own. So these 16 manuals are interrelated. There's education, the manuals that address education, which may be education for the young children, education for adults, which is adult literacy. We have sports clubs, we have manuals for human rights, and many that you can find on our website. Our physical area, where we are now operating, is Zimba and Kalongo district. These two districts, we have a 3-year program running, and this is our 3rd year. The project started in 2021 and 2022 and 2023. So the project was divided in 3 phases, where the first year was doing awareness in the communities so that people can start up their own self-help activities. And where in this period we have a lot of activities that started up, ranging from women clubs, sports clubs, gardening, skills training. People have also started keeping honey, and we have also doing carpentry. We have also people who started a few other things that they didn't fit in their area. The second year was about now building capacity in the groups that started, making them identify what is it that they really want to achieve out of these activities that they started. If they started a garden, is it going to address the challenge that they are experiencing? They need to have goals. What is it really that they are addressing? And they need to agree. And we built capacity in also human rights, income generating, which income generating is going to give them money that is going to be tangible. And we also promoted save and borrow and many other areas that we saw people needed capacity. So as a result of this, many people in the target realized that for them to solve these challenges, they really needed a lot of money to make money, because every day, every minute they spend money, and if it is not equivalent to how much they make, then poverty will not be eradicated in the community. We encourage people to realize that for one to be self-sustainable, a lot of things around us need money. People need to realize that the more you make money, the more you address the challenges. If you have a lot of challenges and you only make 10 kwacha every month, you may not be able to address. So because of this realization among the communities, they have started being more committed in the activities that they do, that they raise money. This time they have at least been impacted positively by the program, because in this third year they are able to raise a lot of money and pay for their school fees. The program is really looking at how best the rural communities, the vulnerable people, can be economically empowered by utilizing what is available in their areas. Though there are a lot of these positive realizations in the communities, people still lack clean water. This Post Network has facilitated the realization that people have got what it takes within their locality to solve their challenges, and they have started a lot of activities to make money. Most of the activities that they have started demand for water. And also, as human beings, when we learn that this is the cause of the challenges that we have, we want to see how best we can solve that challenge. So in the health sector, the communities realize that using unclean water causes a lot of healthy challenges. So there is a demand now, and after a realization that they need clean water. Very few boreholes have been drilled in the areas that we are working. In the community education program, we go into communities and drum up awareness on how they can start their own activities using available resources, which may vary from one place to another. And depending on how the people understand and how they look at their challenges, after being motivated to be positive on their challenges, knowing that their answers or solutions to these challenges lies within themselves. After these awareness meetings, communities are motivated to start a number of activities. We encourage them to work in groups because they need to share ideas on how best they can address their challenges. So you'll find that depending on the challenge, they may form or they'll be motivated enough to start up community schools if they see that a government school is far from where they are and their children need to attend school at 7 years, which is the legal age by government. However, these days there's also another addition on the requirement that a child should first of all attend early childhood before going into grade 1. So distances should be workable enough for these children who are not yet 7 years to be able to cover to a school. So if the community sees that they lack a school nearby where their young children should walk to, then they are able to start up a community school. As Response Network, we look at what is available when they need a school. It doesn't really necessarily need a structure, a building, a school that is well built, but you can start even under a tree, because all it takes to learn is someone who is willing to learn new ideas, and someone who has the ideas. What is it that they want to learn? Who is available to teach them? So if these two are there, then they look at a place where can we meet, so that the person who has the knowledge can deliver the knowledge to the person who needs it. So they will start up a community school, guided by the manual. They were written by Response Network, saying let's start our own community school. So when this school is started, the community will have ownership. It's not for Response Network. They will have ownership because it came from them. It's them who realized a need to start up a school. The same goes to adult literacy. In the vulnerable communities that we visit, a lot of adults are illiterate. Very few have a form of education who are able to read and write, and very few again completed grade 12. So these are the ones that we guide the community to say, instead of them doing nothing in the community, they can help the children who want to learn. At least they can teach them something. After all, education, if it is just left idle, if it is not exercised, you can end up forgetting what you learned. So adults also need to attain an education. We encourage them that it was not their fault that they didn't go to school, but now that they are adults, they are responsible, that they need to see that they are educated. As they start various activities, they start realizing the importance of education, because we encourage them to use what is there to start up a business or to use it as an income generating activity. Take for instance, if someone has got a skill in making accents using the trees that are available, as they start making them at a commercial level, that they earn money, then they will start having money and selling to people. So during these transactions, the person who is not literate may realize now that sometimes they become exploited on how to add their monies together and see how much profit they have made. So they start realizing that I really actually need to go to school and learn how to add simple mathematics, so that I can be able to add my money and subtract it. If someone gives him 100 kwacha, he's selling an axle that is 35 kwacha, 15 way, maybe they may start having some problems in making subtractions from the money that they really are selling the product. So these things will prompt them, will force them to seek for an education. So depending on the number of people that would want to go back to school, they come together, approach someone that they feel can teach them. These days the government has also encouraged the communities to approach any government school to take up adult learners in their schools. So we encourage them to approach government schools. Before government got into this area, they would just look for someone who went up to grade 12 to teach them on how to read and write. So these days people can even aspire to attain a higher level of education as adults. We also talk about human rights. These human rights encourage even the women who are the most vulnerable in society to also improve their financial status and also understand that they have equal rights with men. So this realization has helped women to stand up on their own and we voice out when they have some challenges of having their rights abused. Women will form their own groups where they talk about the challenges that they face and encourage each other. They also learn how to cook. They also learn to do various things within their groups. As an income generating activity, a lot of people will opt to do gardening. They need to feed well. They need to make money. In doing so, they'll start up gardening activities whenever there's a water body which they feel can last them for a long time, depending on the duration of the maturing period for the crop that they have chosen. Others have got different skills. So through these skills, people who have got similar skills like blacksmithing, carpentry, weaving, and many others, they will come together and start doing these skills. So the products of these skills, they sell and make money. We also have poultry, livestock, people who keep livestock and poultry, and beekeeping, and as they start making money, they are encouraged to save and borrow so that they can grow their businesses. This save and borrow has really attracted a lot of people and encouraged them to not to be idle but engage in a lot of income generating activities. Our program also looks at persons with disabilities, that they should not be left out, as a lot of some households would shun from bringing out their persons with disability to the public. They would rather lock them up or not even involve them in a lot of community activities. So because of the rights that we encourage people to realize that they have got rights, they also discover that, understand that persons with disabilities are also human beings who deserve their rights. The community education program, being the backbone of the organization, has helped a lot of activities flourish into projects. The community schools that started up now has become the building project, because the community schools need to be linked for permanent structures. We have the education project when we promote education among the children. We have a sponsorship program, though it's not directed coming from the sensitization, but it is embedded in the programs of the organization, on the core business of the organization. We promote education. So we have the sponsorship program. We also have a sports program, which is a branch or a sprout from the community education program from the sporting clubs, sports clubs. Now there is a program that is called Rural Sports for All, which has come from the Sports for Development. It's working through the sporting clubs that are in the communities, which started as a result of the self-help initiative. We also have the gardens, people involved in engaging into gardening activities, which has seen the Climate Smart program being born, and they are starting with the organization. The promotion of savings among the local communities has seen the self-help group program, which is targeting at women saving and borrowing. Though in the community education, we promote and encourage any of these groups that are forming and are doing something to sell, so that they can save the little money they earn. How we wish that as the community education program, more activities will mature into projects like the livestock. A lot of people now are investing from the little monies that they make from their income generating activities. They invest them into livestock. They buy goats, they buy pigs, they buy animals like cattle. At least if a project can address livestock, on how these people can manage their livestock, that would be better, because this is a growing activity among the communities. We wish for a program that can target the skilled, those that are into skills activities, the carpenters, the blacksmiths, and many more other skills. People that are doing tailoring. If there's a project that can also come out of all these things that are starting as activities, like others that have grown and matured into project. The community education program is the flag, the bearer of the organization, the self-help facilitation. Thank you. We look forward to partnerships.